Time for another tasting. This is the pale ale I did. Well, hopefully this is carbonated. Sounds light on the carbonation. There it is. There it is. There we go. Yeah, actually that's carbonated okay. The recipe I'll show at the bottom. I'll link it or I'll post it entirely. The recipe is basically just 2-row base, little flaked oats, and then the hops were all super late addition. So it was Apollo at 10 minutes, and then the rest of the hops were some combination of Galena, Nugget, and Northern Brewer for a 30-minute steep. And then I dry hopped it with Galena, Northern Brewer, and Nugget as well. The idea was just sort of emulating hoppier profile rather than a bitter profile, sort of like I guess a New England style IPA, but without the haziness. Although this is kind of hazy, hasn't fully cleared up yet. But the yeast I used was a US-05, so it should be clearer than a cloudy IPA, which uses London ale yeast. God, I hate bottling beer. I hate it. I even purged my vessel to transfer into bottles with CO2. I even purged most of the bottles with CO2, and it still tastes oxidized. It's like way sweeter than it should be. When I did a little tiny sample right at bottling, it tasted fantastic. It's been about a week and a half now in the bottle, maybe 2 weeks max, and it just the hop aroma's gone. I mean, the taste is a little better than the smell. It just has a little bit of like just a sweetness I don't like. And any IPA or any hoppy beer I bottle, I cannot get out the oxygen. It just doesn't work. I don't know. It just can never get it right. When I keg, night and day difference. Night and day. I don't know how you homebrewers bottle condition hoppy beer, and it still tastes great. I've yet to have one that's bottle conditioned. That's fantastic. I mean, even commercial bottled beer, I almost won't drink it unless it's like fresh, like within a week of bottling. I know some breweries will even have it where they'll put their bottling date on the bottle. They require the distributor to keep the bottles cold at like fridge temps, so it never even gets warm. When you do that, and with the systems that they have and the amount of reduced oxygen they can actually do, it's okay. Canned beer is the best if you're going to buy anything, in my opinion, as far as buying hoppy beer goes. Well, obviously, out of the keg is the best. I mean, that's hands down, you get the freshest possible option. I know the classic term for oxidation is cardboard, or like wet paper or wet cardboard. That's not what I get. Oxidized beer, to me, I will sometimes get that, sometimes. But to me, there's like a sweetness that happens. And I know that's also oxidation as well, or like rapid aging. I did keep these in around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, so they didn't get too warm. As soon as one seemed like it was within a week of, I think I put this in the fridge, in the cold fridge, after about a week after bottle conditioning. After I bottled it, I mean. So it's only been in the fridge for about a week, and it was about 7-8 days bottle conditioning. So trying to get it cold quickly. You know what? I'm gonna open up another one. I don't have another one cold. I just have to compare this. It's driving me crazy. Is it just this one bottle, or is it the whole batch? I can't even review this. All right, let's try another one here. It's better. It's better. It's there, but the smell is more like a grain than it is like a sweet honey malt. When I say it smells like grain, it smells like you put your hands in like fresh malt grain. It has more of that smell to it. There's no hop aroma at all coming out of this though. It's definitely better a little warmer. Maybe I'll let this other one warm up a bit, but it's definitely a lot more drinkable. It could have been that one bottle too, because this is definitely improved. Yeah, it actually smells like a decent beer now. I mean, not a hoppy beer, but a decent beer. The bitterness is there, but barely. I mean, it's like definitely way more hop forward. I say if there's like a ratio you can actually quantify, I'd say like 80% hoppy, 20% bitter. That's even a thing. So yeah, Definitely getting a lot more of that fruit. Definitely a citrus in there, like a lemon. It is slightly on the grassy side. It is slightly over hopped, I think a fraction. So I would dial that back a little bit. I mean, this is 1.75 ounce of hops in a 0.75 gallon batch. That's a lot. But it's not too far from what I normally do. I normally do 4.5 ounces of hops for a 2-gallon batch. So I'm within the ballpark of what I normally do. But again, I do so much late additions that it equals out to being pretty good. I don't usually get grassy flavors in my other IPAs as well. This one just a fraction. Doing 100% steeping, I've tried once, and I didn't quite get the balance I wanted. It was almost just too flat as far as the hoppy bitter ratio goes. But adding a little 10-minute Apollo in there at 10 minutes in the boil definitely helped that little bit of a balance. And then steeping the hops at 150 degrees Fahrenheit didn't let it get too hot, so you could actually restrain the bitterness as well and get more of the oils and more of the flavor. I like this recipe a lot. I'd actually be very, very, very tempted to save a couple bottles and try and redo this again, but I'd have to do it quickly. By redo it, I mean like do it and then keg it, and then compare a bottled version to a keg version, just to soothe my mind. I have a feeling it would be a lot better. So that's it. Kind of a weirdo shit review today. Apologies, but I'm honest and I'm harsh, and yeah, that's it. Get out there and brew.